What's going on, everybody? Welcome in to TV Sports 27 as we are continuing on with our Tennessee Volunteers Dynasty, and we got a college football playoff rematch from last season as we were going up against the Texas Longhorns, the team that put a big loss on our season last year that we thought was going to end our season. We ended up getting into the playoffs. We met with Texas again, and we were able to avenge that game. Now we got number 8, and you see where we've dropped in the rankings after we lost our game to Texas A&M. So you see the title of this video. I want to hear from you guys as we are still personally playing College Football 25 and are going to be playing College Football 25 for the foreseeable future. I want to hear from you guys that have gotten your hands on College Football 26, what your thoughts are, what you've enjoyed or not enjoyed about it so far. I can just share the little bit that I have seen online, and I've seen some good things. I've also seen more mixed reviews for College Football 26 than what I had seen in College Football 25. I'm hearing a lot of mixed things about the defense maybe not being so great. I know one thing, which as you see is I just completely whiffed on a sack. One thing that was a big issue with this game is even with pass blocking set to 100% on both sides of the ball, it is very easy to break the pass rush, which leads to a lot of defensive players, especially on my end. And if you're joining us over at Patreon, you would see this. A lot of defensive players, you see how easy that is to just like blow up and get back there. But a lot of defensive players will win the Heisman because of, you see 10 sacks already for Josh Hay. We still got 4 games left in the season. So I think I've read that the pass blocking has gotten much better, which is a good thing. But one thing that I've also read that a lot of people haven't been too happy. Let's focus on this 3rd down and 15 as Texas. Oh, come on. Holy smokes. Oh, they're going to the hurry up, which is always a pain.
The Longhorns hustle to the line to run the hurry up. If I'm this defense, you get these guys to
get back to my point in just a moment here. We got to stop this drive while momentum is building. Oof. That's a decent stop. Another thing that I've been reading that I've been hearing from a lot of different people, and I'll go on Twitter. You follow me, TV Sports 27 on Twitter. Very easy to find. We'll throw up the links coming up here in a little bit. It's also down below in the comment section. I've heard this from a number of people, and I just go on Twitter and I don't like search out anything. I'll just kind of do the personalized feed, and it's kind of topics. You know how Twitter works. It's the topics you enjoy, but it's the ones that are getting a lot of traction. The one thing that I'm hearing a lot is that it feels like the game, while apparently the rumors are that Madden 26 is going to be sped up where it was a lot slower game, that College Football 26 has slowed down a bit. Now this doesn't feel fast to me. This feels like normal, perfectly good speed. I'm reading from a lot of people that College Football 26 plays much, much slower. And it's almost kind of like I'm reading it's a happy medium where Madden got quicker, but college football got slower, and they're meeting much more in the middle. But I'm hearing a lot of mixed reviews over the fact that, and there's 3 points for Texas, I'm hearing a lot of mixed reviews with how the gameplay has slowed down. A lot of people don't like that. One thing I don't get, because this used to always be a thing. It was a thing in Madden 12. It was a thing in NFL 2K5. I'm pretty sure it's a thing in all the old NCAA games. Game speed used to always be able to just go from slow, medium, fast. I don't know why that's just not an option. Why are they tweaking the game speed? Like when I play Madden, I should be able to go in there and make the game run fast or slow. It's strange that they're tweaking stuff like that, and it's enough of a distraction where, for me at least, on my Twitter feed, it's been enough of a distraction that has been one of the biggest talking points that I've seen. It seems bizarre that is not something that you have the ability to just go in and tweak and change.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff.
Like, why is that something that the game tweaks and then you have absolutely no say? So that's a weird thing. I want to know your thoughts, though. For someone that actually puts their hands on the game, I want to know what your thoughts are. And if it is a big issue from what you've seen, or has it not been a big issue? Is it overblown? Let me know in the chat comments down below. We'll read your comment on air. We'll shout you out. Anyone that plays PS5, does your left joystick get bubbly? I had that happen with the default controller, and I thought the controller's just faulty. I got a second controller for Black Friday, which was November, so less than a year old, and it's starting to bubble up, and I play a lot of football games, so I wonder if it's because I'm doing, like, pass block? I don't know. Or block shedding, any of that stuff. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying our return to the Utah Utes. Looking like the big showdown with Colorado is going to be for a college football playoff spot. Looking like two undefeated teams may be clashing at the end of the season, which is fascinating because that loss to Colorado could knock us out of the Big 12 championship. So it's either another title game or we're getting knocked out if we lose to our rivals. But we'll talk about that more when we get back to playing more of the Utah Utes. We're going to be streaming the Super Bowl coming up as well, the Dolphins and the Packers as part of our Madden 25, and we again encourage you guys to sign up patreon.com/tbsports27 because you want to see what happened to Coach Jake Delhomme. A big shocking moment happened at the end of our latest Carolina Panthers video. Of course, we always go on air as well over at Patreon as a post-game show to do recruiting, and we'll look at the college football playoffs, top 25, all that stuff. We go live right after this over on Patreon for our Patreon members, a little bonus video.
Drop him back, looking to throw for the first down. Going to try to use his legs here.
I did not want to take a hit right there, but I was hoping the running back was going to turn around and block. Kind of did. But we got a nice little drive going here against the Longhorns. We're going to try to change it. We'll see if they can hear us. They did not hear us because that is not the play I changed to. That is not what I changed to at all. So there you go. Alpha in the chat says Madden 14 also had the game speed option. It's bizarre. I don't know if it's like a new gen thing, a PS5 thing. That was bad. I don't know why that's a thing, especially when it's such a talking point. From what I've seen, I don't know, like I said, other people, I don't know about you, Alpha, what you've seen online, but for the people that have been popping up on my Twitter feed, the game speed is very much a talking point. And it just seems bizarre that that's a thing that we used to have that could easily be tweaked in any game that they just got rid of. Well, Chris Fritz is going to, let's see if we get a little block right there. Oh my goodness, let's get down to the 1 yard line. Let's go halfback direct. If you notice, anytime I play Texas, and you can look in the archives, we've played Texas a number of times. Anytime I play Texas, that's a Volunteers touchdown. I try to wear some kind of black or gray. I just, the colors, even though I know burnt orange, Tennessee orange, different shades of orange, I feel like you got to be a little different than Texas. We can't have matching unis, so that's why we're rocking the smoky grays. What do you guys think? The new smoky gray uniforms from Tennessee. I don't like the mismatched jersey and pants. Go Google it. Go grok it. Whichever. Twitter it. X it. I really like how the smoky gray uniforms look in this game, but the new ones, I don't mind the design. I think the number font and everything is kind of cool. But I don't like the mismatched colored pants. I think it's kind of ugly. Two different shades of gray, if you will.
On first down, it's play action. Here's a shot toward the
oh
right
boy,
side.
yeah, they got a beat there. That's gone.
Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race.
Oh, we got the stop. That's why there's the Don Beebe. You battle to the final play for God's sakes. Clock will wind out on that. I may tweak the clock at the end of this season. One thing, if you noticed, if you watched my RXFL video, the Battle of London, I kind of commented on my Utah Utes videos. I'm not sure, Alpha, if you had a chance to check any of those out, but on the Utah Utes videos, I was kind of commenting that I kind of like the feel of doing the 8-minute quarters with only a 10-second runoff. Well, in Madden, they have a 15-second runoff. You can't do a 10-second runoff. It's 15, 20, 25. Again, which seems like a weird thing that this was like a normal thing in games before, which I know is kind of like the staple of EA. But, you know, why limit how much runoff we can have? Like, just, if we want to pick a 1-second runoff, we should be able to have that option, you know. Alpha said, I still enjoy Madden 14 more than 25. The relocation on the older game was so much better. Yeah, I mean, you had the freedom, right? You can make any team you wanted. That's why we kind of play around. If you guys watch my RXFL series, which is, we kind of haven't been doing as much commentary on that. I let the computer take over for that one. Although we did get kind of a peak number of viewers for the Battle of London. So that's why I say I don't know. People like the commentary in-game or they like listening to me, whichever. But if you watch our RXFL series, that's why we have the cities, and obviously we use the logos. We kind of make up our own team names. Like some teams we keep, like the Columbus Aviators, but then we have other teams that we pick, like the Paris Caps. I call them the Legionnaires, which is the old TNA tag team. It was between the Legionnaires or the Resistance, which was, you know, La Resistance. Fritz, kind of an awkward looking throw, and that one goes incomplete. Maximum Football, I have not had a chance. It's free to play, right? It's one of those free to plays. I have not had a chance to check it out. I will say, and of course we're all for competition. I love Blitz the League, one of my favorite games. I'm kind of sad we didn't get a third one. All the videos I've really seen, it's kind of looked iffy, and I know they've had several tries at it, but I've heard some good stuff about the new Maximum Football, and if it's free to play. Oh my goodness. Flat out drop pass. Why is everyone cold? See, everyone's cold coming into this game. Is it because are they? Is it a follow through of the Texas A&M game that we just did?
The Longhorns offense takes the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense is.
Let's get another blitz. I know midway is not a thing anymore, but we got to get Blitz the League 3. That was such a fun series. I haven't played that on the channel since I've made my comeback here, since the great YouTube purge of 20-aughts. But I do have the Xbox 360 hooked up. You guys maybe want to see that at some point in time. You guys know I made my own season mode. Oh, I thought that was a fumble. I thought that was a fumble thing. Go check it out. It's on, you can see one sample of what we did in Blitz the League before. We kind of made a whole league. It is in the archives. We have one of the games, and the rest of the series is up on Patreon, because that was part of our former YouTube page. There we go. I didn't hit you yet with the social, so let's give you all that while we're talking about Patreon. There you go. Again, we're going to go live as soon as this game is over. YouTube or patreon.com/TBSports27. You guys can head over there and check out the Tennessee Volunteers post-game show, which is the recruiting, the top 25. We're in the thick of the playoff hunt. Obviously, you see we're number 12, so we're barely clinging on to a playoff spot with our loss to Texas A&M. But I think a win over Texas here, that's what you kind of have to do, and this game does prioritize good wins, because we've seen some teams that have a loss or two that are ranked ahead of undefeated teams, and we'll be shocked, and we'll go look at their schedule. And again, this is all this on Patreon. But send me a DM on that, Alpha. I don't know what you can like say out loud if like the YouTube bots are listening, but I honestly have no idea. I never got an explanation, and every time I tried to appeal it, I just got the same automated response, and I never had anybody give me an answer. So I only have one guess that I can give, but yeah, that's it was very frustrating because I was in the monetization there. I had over 3,500 followers or so, and then having to start all over, and we're over 5 years in, and I have not broken 1,000 yet. So that really, and that's why I've pushed the Patreon so hard. I know it can maybe be an annoying thing, you know, asking people for money to help out the channel. Go for it. They say go for it, let's go for it. But it's the only way these channels can survive. We're doing this part-time, and that purging, unfortunately, took a lot of the monetization away, and had to start over from scratch. And of those 3,500 people, only, oh man, we've only gotten 700 of them to come back. I'm sure it's not all of them that don't even know we're here. So that's been kind of a bummer. That's why we're pushing the Patreon so hard, because that's the only way we can make money. That's the only way we can keep going, keep buying the new games. Is through means like that, because that bit of, and now it's a new thing. Like before, you just had to get a certain number of subs on YouTube, and now you have to get a certain number of subs, and you also have to get a certain number of watch hours as well, which is kind of why I've gone to streaming a little bit more than doing videos. If you guys saw, I took the break from streaming for a bit here on the channel, and I was doing videos. Now I've primarily gone back to just streaming, because that's one of the big things. You have to get so many watch hours as well every 30 days. And if you don't get those watch hours, then you don't get the monetization, and you can't survive as a channel. So it's just kind of the bummer. It's tougher on YouTube, and you kind of almost had to be one of the originals of gaming. And we were kind of in there in the beginning. Like it was in the 2012, 2013 days. So we were in the peak. That's when Game Grumps and all that stuff started. But yeah, definitely hurt for sure. And I was never able to get an answer or speak to anybody real. And I mean, I guess 3,500 is what it is, but not enough where people were able to reach out to get an actual answer from YouTube. So, and we'll see. I don't know if I said more than what I can say, but the YouTube bots are always listening. So if this channel disappears, then you know they got me again. Because that's one thing I've read, is that once they take away your channel, you can't make another one. It's one of the rules. But it's like everyone. I have several YouTube channels because I have one. I actually learned my lesson, because my original one, I had movies that I had bought off the YouTube store. That was another frustrating thing. I had movies that I had bought from the YouTube store, the YouTube shop. And again, I don't know if I should say this, or YouTube's listening, but I would encourage you, do not spend any money on anything on YouTube, Amazon Prime, anything where they can kick you off at anything for any reason, because I didn't have that many movies. It's not like I had a massive collection like my DVD collection I have in real life, which I keep that going for this very reason. But I had bought a handful of things off of YouTube because, it's convenient, it's good quality, and I can stream in. At the time, I couldn't find. Well, if they delete your channel, which is tied into your personal, just deleting your channel is one thing. Like, you can make a YouTube account and not have a channel. They don't just delete your channel, they delete everything. So I lost all my movies. So I had spent however much, 100, 150, 200 bucks, something maybe more, in a handful of movies on YouTube, and all gone, all completely gone. So I felt like not only did I lose that and the monetization, I lost like a bunch of money and movies that I had paid for. So I've never bought another thing off YouTube since then. I have YouTube Premium because I don't want to have the ads, and I like having YouTube Music. But same thing, I say Amazon Prime, anything where you have to pay for a movie and it lives in the service. You can't download it. If you can buy it, download it onto your computer, and you own it, that's fine. But anything where you have to pay for it and it stays in the service, like YouTube, Amazon Prime, do not do it, because at any point in time, the AI bots can delete your account, and your stuff's gone. You can't get it back. Zach Green, welcome. Man, you jumped right in while we're... Have you had a chance to play the new college football game?
And he takes this from inside the 5.
Share your thoughts in the comments down below. We're reminiscing. Alpha got me reminiscing about the old days, and we find ourselves down 17-7 here on the road, trying not to drop back-to-back games and fall even further out of the college football playoff rankings as we're about to fall down to the 2-minute warning here. Passing game has not been on point here for Tennessee, that is for sure. Fritz, nice job for Fritz to get that one away, tiptoeing down the sideline. That's the athleticism of Chris Fritz that we're all about here.
Get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
Nicely done. Sharp throw there to Scambucci.
First down looks to be just inches short of the marker. Come to the line for second down and very short now. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw.
Fritz.
Takes off now, looking to scramble.
Oh my God, is that something they fixed in the new game?
This could end up being a critical play in this
That's gonna screw me. I hit slide. If you watch the replay, I hit slide like 4 seconds before, and the animation is so long for him to slide that I got hit and fumbled. Watch this. You can see the animation start, but it goes so slow. I slid. Oh, because the stupid thing came up. We're going to slow it down because I'm pissed. Because that's going to maybe cost me the game right here. Look at when I slide. And what does that move? Look at the angle. Right there, I hit the button to slide here because you can see the animation start right there. Plenty of time. And look what he does. What is that? Look at how long. Look, do it in real time. And it ran right. What is that just screwed me? Holy smokes.
Okay, the Texas offense.
Goldberg and Gunther. I'm very excited. I am going to be rooting for Goldberg. I've shared my thoughts on that, Zach, on some previous streams. Go check those out in the archives. But I am going to be rooting for Goldberg, and I've made my thoughts known on that. Let the man have one final run. Already 200 yards passing. That's terrible. Defensively, we got to stop him here. We're going to be in a world of hurt. I think field goal would be okay. I gotta Google this. WCW Revival, right? At this point, it would just be in name only. How many people are left from WCW? Rey Mysterio, Jericho. Who's still like an active competitor from the WCW days? See, he got the slide. PS5 controller left stick popping up. It's like the materials like. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. And I think that's the reason, because when you, I don't know, maybe it's from playing football games, but both my controllers are like this. But you use the right stick to kind of juke and shed. And I wonder if that's what's making it, like the material, pop up or go bumpy. Oh, how do you... Dang, and I got the timeout. Yeah, Evolution. It's going to be a packed weekend. How many shows are you guys watching? I'm going to watch NXT, which starts in about 15 minutes. I'll be watching on demand. At least we held him to a field goal. This is a bubbling up. Bubbling up. Someone says get joystick covers or stick a needle in it. Interesting. But yeah, packed weekend for wrestling. We got NXT coming up. We got Dynamite tomorrow. Right? We got Thursday. I think Collision is on Thursday because of the pay-per-view. And we got TNA. Friday is SmackDown and Ring of Honor. I might try to catch like the big matches on the Ring of Honor show because the shows are always so long. Enjoy having another company, but man, they do 4 or 5 hour shows. And then yeah, Saturday we got All In, followed by Saturday night's main event. I don't think I'm going to be able to watch Great American Bash. I might put on the second screen because that's 3 huge shows in one day. And then, of course, we got Sunday, which is Evolution. What's the main event going to be of Evolution?
Good job by the coverage team. And the Volunteers' powerful offense back out in the field.
Well, I hate to say it, Alpha, but one of those gentlemen, unfortunately, has already passed away many years ago. And the other one has massive neck damage. So I don't think any of them will be in the revival anytime soon. But if circumstances were different, that would be pretty cool, though.
They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
How about Steve Blackman? Did you guys see the Steve Blackman interview that dropped today on YouTube? It was a really good listen. Awesome listen, and really cool stories from a guy that you haven't heard from much in the world of pro wrestling. So it was good to see him again. Looks the same, other than the hair color being a little different, man. He's still got the muscles. He looks like he can still beat you up.
Still rolling. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
All right, let's keep working on this passing game. It has definitely been a mess. I don't know why we're stuck cold. Like, why is everybody so cold?
Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
This is just a great job of understanding.
Gotta get this score here.
By this quarterback.
You know, Texas also looking for their revenge because it was right here in this. Or no, it was at our house, right? We lost at Texas. Wait, why are we going to Texas 2 years in a row? I'd have to look. Someone look in the archives and let me know. I think we lost at Texas last year, and then the game was in Tennessee because that was like the whole thing. It was like, oh, we got to host them even though we beat them.
And it looks like it's working. They're playing with a different kind of energy. Let's see if they can do it again.
Oh boy. I thought Uki had a little bit more speed, and as soon as I released that and he got caught up behind, I was like, oh, this could be bad. Luckily, it was not picked off.
He catches a break with that ball not being intercepted and heading the other way.
Man, our receivers are not getting any separation.
A smart choice that time, but it will bring up 3rd down.
No separation. That was a big issue, I think, in the Kentucky game earlier this year. Our receivers just not having the speed and getting beat. And drops like that don't help either. Kills me to have to kick a field goal, but holy smokes. How was that far wide? When we had the arrow quite a bit over. Well, this is not looking good, gents. What started off promising, 4-0, 5-0 start wherever we were. Billy Kidman, yeah, that'd be cool. What's he been up to? I haven't heard from him in forever. Has he done a Van Fleet interview? Goodness me. Kidman would be pretty cool. The Flock, the Filthy Animals. What else was he in?
It's Hatchet. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football.
One of the few guys that has a win over Hulk Hogan, right? Not a lot of guys can say that in this biz. Nicely done. There's a good sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Defense are going to keep the pressure up on this 3rd down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary.
Woo!
Oh, and he can't quite hold on. A great chance for their first interception here today. But it's going to bring up 4th down.
And I think the quarterback here forces the ball because it's 3rd down. He's got to be careful having the ball on his own side of the field. That ball was almost picked off.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. The Turtle brought down. Sets up the next drive. And Tennessee's offense back out on the field now. The last drive was a little demoralizing. They stalled and then missed a field goal.
We gotta get this passing game going.
This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play.
Yeah, that's unfortunate too, because he's such a huge part of any pro wrestling and stuff. So it's kind of a shame that that's the prevailing opinion right now of so many, unfortunately. But it's people's opinion, they're gonna have it, right? I need Mo Bamba to get in this end zone is what I need.
He's looking to throw.
There we go.
Receiver makes the grab.
I need Mo Tennessee into this end zone. Just now breaking over 100 yards passing for Chris Fritz.
He kept referring to his route with him. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And he'll set up to throw. Fires it to
oh, come on, you. Woohoo! Woohoo! Oh my God, they're killing me. This is what got us against Kentucky. The drops. When this team's on fire, they're on fire, but then when they're lackadaisical and lazy, man, they're dropping stuff. Man, we get in a world of hurt. And that's one thing that's so annoying. I'm going to point it out, and someone let me know in the comments if it's been fixed in the new game. Because by God, I'll drop $100 right now. Because I've been playing College Football 14 to play my Utah Utes. And go watch any of the streams. They're up there within the last week. Your players will actively come back. Like, I throw curls all the time, and your receivers will come up for the ball and make a catch. I'll point it out as we play College Football 14. And I've just gotten used to doing that. And then when you try to do the same play here, why does your receiver stand there with quicksand? Now, I'm making a decision. I got to throw because the pocket's coming, right? I got to get rid of this thing. I don't have a lot of options because everyone's covered. Everybody's covered. So I'm like, okay, I held down the left joystick, and I'm like, I'm going to throw it over here. He's going to step up and get it. His feet stand there, but the defender runs up. Why does he not battle with the defender to get the ball? That is so annoying. So annoying. Is that fixed in College Football 26? Someone let me know, because I got $100 to drop, if that's the case, because that's very frustrating, especially when you're playing College Football 14 and your receivers do run up for the ball.
Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. Forced to punt last time. Tried to add
games are very expensive these days, yes, including the Switch 2, which I have not bought. They're going to end up, I don't know, you got the hardcore fans for sure. I think, and inflation, whatever, it's happening everywhere. I think people are going to start getting priced out soon. And you're not going to have as many people.
And now the handoff.
Because, especially for the Switch games, they're charging, what, $80 now for Mario Kart? And that's why I'm not dropping. I'm not paying $70 for a game that's basically the features I care about, which are really cool, that they've added like in Dynasty mode. They're essentially like a $15 patch update. Like the trophy thing is cool. Looking at the past records is cool. Coaching names being in the game is cool. They've changed like a couple of the recruiting things. But the menus all look the same. The teams are all the same. They changed the score bug. That's it. $70. Like, come on. Come on. How do you relocate again? I think you just do it at the beginning of a season mode. There should be like before you jump into preseason, I think there's an option to. You have to be an owner, I believe, to be able to do it. This is not looking good, guys. We've gone a long time without scoring here. This game is not going our way.
Looking to pass. It's Hatchet. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. A big hit by the linebacker. Physical tackle there. Big versus big. And completion makes it 2nd and short. Offense looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the left side. Good execution. Gets a block and gets the first down. A new set of downs after that completion.
Well, we told you we were in the middle of the gauntlet. We looked at the schedule, and we definitely had a hefty amount of games. Not a fabricated SEC gauntlet where there'll be not so good teams, but then they'll say, oh, we beat 5 ranked teams in a row, but they're only ranked because the committee ranks them and it makes them look like that. No, we were playing undefeated teams, 1-loss teams too. Like, we were playing top teams with 0, 1, or 2 losses over the last 4 weeks. And A&M got us. They are in the top 4 from what I remember, and it was looking like Texas might also have us. Boy, this screen pass has been chewing us up.
Can he reach the end zone? Touchdown, Longhorns. This quarterback on fire today.
Well, we're about to drop our 3rd, which we're now maybe looking at the ReliaQuest Bowl again. I don't know. And after we had a run where we went to the Cotton Bowl, won a playoff game. I don't know, you can look at this, but anything but disappointing when Chris Fritz and much of the core group was coming back here. And Chris Fritz had quite a run last season, his first full year as a starter. It would be nice if someone wants to make a tackle there. Yeah, Tennessee came into this one playing lazy. That is without a doubt Tennessee came in not playing at 100%.
They'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. Looking for some space. It's Allen. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
Well, I've been reading people say that, but people say just giving it back to 2K might not be that great either, because I've been hearing a lot of not so good things. I think the bottom line is people shouldn't be allowed to have exclusive contracts, because that's what makes the games not great. Because people have been saying the NBA games have kind of fallen with 2K having the exclusive contract. And the 2K team that put 2K5 together is, 20 years old and long gone at this point.
And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air.
Do we have 3 touchdowns in us? So I think the answer is not having exclusivity contracts. I read something the other day, because, everyone's talking the college basketball games coming back. And EA is actively pushing, trying to get a exclusive license for the college basketball game. And someone commented on Twitter and said, why is EA not confident in their ability against competition? Like, why do they try to buy out? Nobody's getting open. Why do they try to buy out, not having competition?
How impressive have these guys been in this football game? I really expected to see a very different.
Like, why is a company that's been along as long as they have and has made games for as long as they have not confident in their ability to be able to withstand competition that they have to get an exclusive license? All right, 3rd and 12. This is all we got. There we go. Yes. That's a huge play. It's still a long shot. A Longhorn, if you will. But that is going to get us in the thick of it. While you're watching along, don't forget to support TB Sports, Twitch, YouTube, Patreon. Of course, if you want to support the channel, Streamlabs and Ko-fi, you can drop something there while we're streaming live. I will read your comment on air. I will thank you on air for supporting the channel. If you want to head on over to Streamlabs or Ko-fi, I'd appreciate that. And, of course, we are going to go live in game time, 9 minutes and 40 seconds. I don't know in real life, maybe another 15 minutes or so, 10, 15 minutes. We're going to go live on, oh my God, the button did not, okay. It didn't go. I did not, it was a terrible kick. But we're going to go live on Patreon right after this for the post-game show, which it could be a big one. We're going to probably fall in the rankings, assuming we don't make this comeback. And interested to see if we can get a bowl projection, because we haven't gotten one, even though we had a 6-3 record, but maybe for a very good reason. Good Lord. Relocate them all. Send them all off.
Longhorns come to the line in a hurry up.
I mean, Chris, look at this guy.
A turnover would be massive, obviously, at this point in time. Some kind of fumble, interception situation.
Coach is showing confidence of what he can do.
We've gotten a couple of sacks at least, which is good.
Nice sack.
Texas has definitely been our big rival. It gave us trouble with the Utah Utes, the Texas-Oklahoma, Nebraska group. And so far here, oh, the play fake got me. Oh, there we go. Play fake got me. And they had a wide open man. But Texas has definitely burned us a number of times in this Tennessee series. Oh boy. Well, we're about to drop a third. Quite a difference from Utah, where we just won our 60th game in a row. Which I was a little worried. Go watch, if you guys didn't get a chance to watch the last stream, I don't know if you saw it, Alpha, against Arizona State, who just introduced new uniforms this year. New old uniforms. They're new uniforms. They look like they're old uniforms. I thought we were going to finally lose a game. We were struggling against Arizona State, and we had to have a pretty good second half. But the Sun Devils almost had us there. But yeah, you're definitely going to want to join us. Patreon.com/TVSports27, because it's going to be an interesting live show on Patreon to see where we drop in the rankings, to see what bowl projection we may or may not have, to see what the playoffs are shaping up like. And Fritz is off the mark on that throw, and we're pretty much just in the mode of having to throw it, and look at the big difference. I mean, there you go. We could not stop Hatchet. Over 350 yards passing, and Fritz and the rest of the offense just had nothing today.
That can make a play for you.
The junior quarterback fortunate to avoid the turnover there.
And boy, we're throwing, but ain't nobody getting open.
He's one of the most talented guys in the country.
Shout it out in the comment if you see somebody open, but it is
why you would make that throw. Should have been intercepted.
like, see, I mean, there's just nothing. I feel like, oh, we're gonna go for it here. I feel like we're hitting up against a brick wall here. This is a team that, remember, we were like ranked, and I was shocked coming in. We were ranked #1 in the nation starting the season. So I don't know, people. There's going to be a disappointment.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. Quarterback escapes the pocket.
And
But it's incomplete.
I don't know, is this one of the most disappointing #1 ranked teams in the nation coming in to get all this hype and to have the record that we have? But it's nice to have a challenge after being so dominant with Utah. And I even talked about it in those streams. I was like, wow, this team feels strong. This team feels like it's pushing everyone around. To feel so dominant, and then to have to struggle, because this is year 7, and we've only won 1 bowl game and 1 playoff game. It's definitely been quite a different feel for sure. But it's good to have that challenge. We've been challenged in Madden as well. I guess you can probably see what I'm hitting at, but in Madden we definitely have to find a new team. We have been sent away by the Carolina Gods. What team have we signed a contract with? Coach Jake Delhomme, no longer a Panther. That video, it's a 30-minute video, so it's up on Patreon right now, what team we signed up with. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. I was just thinking at some point we're going to stream the Super Bowl. I was thinking, like, almost should I do it today? But maybe we'll save it for, I don't know, coming up on like Thursday or something. Do a Super Bowl stream, then we'll do our off season and maybe do another year or two of Madden 25. Now, 26 is definitely a game I want to get because there's supposedly a lot of improvements, like more of a jump than what we've seen. But then again, people say this is a make it or break it year for Madden. So it's almost like, do I want to buy 26 if that is the case? If there's no exclusive contract signed, I may not buy Madden 26 just so that license kind of opens up. But if I read that they did re-sign an exclusive deal, then I'll be stuck, and I probably will get 26 at some point. In the chat, do you think Mahomes will ever leave the Chiefs? Never say never. I don't think anytime soon. But we never thought Brady or Manning or Montana would ever leave the teams they were on. I mean, even... Oh, my God, please catch this. Yes. Oh, my God. You know, even some lifers, right? We saw Matt Ryan. That's weird. It seemed like everybody that was a lifer ended up with the Colts at the end of their career. Matt Ryan ended up on the Colts. We saw Phillip Rivers end up on the Colts, so you never say never. It certainly won't be anytime soon, but if he's at the end of his career and looking to win 1 or 2 more rings to break Brady's record or somebody, and there's a super team out there, oh yeah, I can definitely see him signing up with somebody.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, that, and the fact that Brady did it in 1 year, that was the thing. I probably should have done an onside kick there. I was not thinking. Probably should have done an onside kick. That's what I get for not paying attention, but I mean, I think we're screwed either way. But yeah, Brady to the Bucs was crazy because he yeah, he was, the team had not done anything in like 15 years, and then he comes in 1 year and wins them a Super Bowl. And I contend if the defense didn't fall apart, that the year 2, where they played the Rams and they had that crazy comeback, but then the defense let Stafford throw that huge bomb at the end of the game, it would have been Bucs and Bengals, right? And I think, I mean, the Rams won. I think the Bucs would have easily beaten the Bengals. Not easily, but I think they would have beaten the Bengals. That was that one play. And I think that's what encouraged Brady to come back. Because you remember he retired. Yeah, whatever happened at home where he decided he wanted to come back as well, I suppose, is part of it. But I think the fact that he was so close is what led to him also kind of wanting to come back and have that one more run. All right, we're still at 3 touchdowns here. Oh my goodness. Well, there you go. Onside kick did not matter. And this is the first really big blowout. I mean, we kind of got handled by A&M as well, but we're not even like losing. Oh, he just broke away. And for some reason, 56 just decides, hey, I'm going to give up and just double team blocking someone else instead of trying to keep that blocker away.
First down here for this offense.
So someone will have to let me know how the blocking is in 26, if it's any better. I've watched a couple videos, but without putting your hands on the game, it's really hard to know for sure. But yeah, for a team that was #1, we've certainly been handled in this loss. We were close against Kentucky, kind of close against A&M, but this is going to be a disappointing one. And we got 3 games left. Luckily, I think we have one more like tough game. I think we have Oklahoma next. And then I think we have South Carolina and Vandy to finish the year, which are kind of more on the easier side. I say that as I see Vandy beating Alabama down below. Oh, I thought he jumped over me. But that's going to be the determination whether we get into a bowl game or not. Because I'd at least like to go to a bowl game. This is season 7. We've been to 2 ReliQuest bowls. We've never had a losing record, I'll say that. We've gone to 2 ReliaQuest Bowls and a Cotton Bowl. And then the other 3 years, I still say is shocking and something that's wrong with the coding. We went 6-6 the other 3 years. There is no chance a 6-6 SEC team does not get invited to a bowl game. Like, without question, if you're an SEC team, if you're any conference, SEC, Big 10, Big 12, and you're finishing 6-6, you're going to a bowl game. So we had 3 seasons where we finished 6-6 and did not get to go to a bowl game, which is kind of, you know, doesn't seem right.
Hand off to the right side. The defense stops him short.
Why not call a timeout, try to get a couple more possessions here. But certainly a disappointing game. I'd say our defense didn't really do all that great stopping. They had a couple stops, but a lackadaisical offense. Receivers that weren't getting open. Their corners were just brutal. And even the running game, you know, Glenn, our running back, he only had like 30 yards on the ground, I think, for 10 carries. And you got to give us a little more than that on your end. Thanks, Fowler. Why'd he throw it like that?
He'll be taken down, but after a good return.
I see a guy running up the field. I'm like, okay. And he throws a bullet pass. I tapped it as gently as you can tap it. Right? And he bullet passes it right to the freaking defender. Unreal. They've got to fix the defense on these games. Like, it was such a different feel going back and playing college football 14. And then, if you guys watched the stream I did, the Battle of London, the London Ghost Riders and the London Monarchs, I threw 4 interceptions with Peyton Manning because I was so used. That was the first game I had played since I had been playing college football 14. I threw 4 interceptions with Peyton Manning because I was so used to how college football 14 was controlling. And the defense is just so cheese in these games. Like, the only thing you can do is turn interceptions down to like 5. Anyway, either way, all that aside, we got screwed on the fumble, but Texas did come in here and beat us up. There's no doubt about that.
So this makes it back-to-back losses, Kirk, and now a little bit more urgency for this team to get things fixed quickly.
Well, they've got to right the ship and hopefully keep this.
I mean, when you give up 400 yards passing,
the opportunity for a
you're kind of toast at that point.
National championship, you know, it's on the outside, but can this team rally and keep them together the remainder of the season? Because there is still a lot to play for.
All right, guys, make sure. Hope you enjoyed that stream. You got us fired up a little bit in this episode here, right? You got fiery TB Sports. We're gonna go live on Patreon, patreon.com/TBSports27. We're gonna go live over there. We're gonna do the post-game show, see where we dropped in the rankings. We're gonna see if we're projected to go to any kind of bowl game. 12-28. Good night. That was only our first interception, though. I thought we had more. So I suppose not the end of the world. But Glenn Allen, 65 yards, the best. I mean, you see 3 drops there from all our guys as well. All right, we're going live. Patreon.com/TBSports27 for our post-game show. We're going to see any recruits that we might have lost from this and where we are in the top 25, where we're going to the bowl games. How do the playoffs look with Texas and Texas A&M and all that stuff? Be sure to join us for the Tennessee post-game show at patreon.com/TBSports27. We'll see you there.